move on now to something else, to the bottom of a very serious matter. Central Camden Primary Care Network has invested in a very high-tech leading piece of medical screening technology recently. It's aiming to take the pressure off overstretched NHS waiting times when it comes to screening patients for bowel cancer and other similar problems, and also aims to correctly identify the right treatments. Speedily identifying low-risk patients, they say, can help remove so many from waiting lists. Well, Simon has been hearing more.
This is a new technology that we're piloting, and it came about with discussions with our local academic health science network, and the need was very much data driven. So I am clinical director covering 9 GP practices in central London, and we cover a population of 100,000 patients. And what we know is that as GPs, we have a lot of people who present to us with rectal bleeding over the course of a year. So we had 1,500 episodes of that within our 9 practices. The vast majority of these people do not need to be put on a cancer pathway. The majority of these people will not have cancer. So what we're doing is looking at that huge number of people who can't go onto a fast track pathway because it's not appropriate, but they still have symptoms which affect their quality of life. And those are the people that we're seeing in this clinic. And they're the patients that end up waiting for over 78 weeks for an appointment to have their problem dealt with.
So just to reiterate, how did you cut the time down?
So the waiting time for our clinic is 4 weeks. We use a digital rectoscope, a piece of technology called LumenEye, which is a high-resolution rectoscope. So it's a camera that looks up inside the first part of the bowel, called the rectum. And we have some allied health professionals who are trained by one of our colorectal surgeons. All of our practices refer into this clinic, which is run out of my practice. It's run by 2 of my allied health professionals, and we run a clinic every week. And basically, we've managed to see our patients within 4 weeks from the time that they're referred to the practice to being seen in our clinic. The vast majority of these patients turn out to have hemorrhoids or an anal fissure, which does not need to be then referred into the hospital. We can treat that safely and effectively within our clinic.
Are these techniques something that you think can be rolled out further to other clinics that look after essentially the same thing?
Absolutely. This is something that if you have a group of health professionals trained to do this, it's actually really easy. Most practices don't have time and they don't have the personnel. That's the problem. But if we can have practices working at scale like we are, then there's no reason that this type of technology and this type of clinic, where the workforce and the training allows, that this can't be rolled out much further than what we're doing in our small scale clinic at the moment. I really hope, just watch this space, because we're going to be evaluating this small pilot. We're up to 100 patients and we're looking to see about 250 patients in this clinic, and we'll evaluate the service and present back our findings to our local integrated care board and our Cancer Alliance to see if we can scale this up further.